snaps like a bone. You know, you crunch into it. And now, as we've advanced in science and researched it, I think it's, you know, celery has 21% sodium. Our bones have 21% sodium. A carrot, you slice that open, not long ways, but, you know, down, and it looks like an eye. And we've all been brought up with saying, eat your carrots, it's good for your eyes. So basically I look at foods and I think, what body part does it look like? And with all the other benefits that it has, it is more of a signature for that. For me, feminine foods, and I'm drawn to eating lots of feminine foods, things like grapefruit, oranges, limes, lemons, they all represent the breast. You know, when you cut them open, they actually look a lot like the breast, with all the lymphatic and things like that goes through it. One-seeded fruits and all the, well, basically your feminine signature things. You know, that's what we should be eating a lot of when we're pregnant. Personally, I craved a lot of that stuff, especially with my first. I couldn't get enough of fruit, and I was lucky enough to be pregnant over the summertime, and people were commenting, going, oh, you're good eating all this fruit. And I'm like, I don't feel like eating anything else. So we're naturally drawn to that anyway. So again, mothers, trust your intuition. I'm pretty sure there was a study done by a woman, but I don't know her name. And she grabbed so many women and she said to them, eat 2 avocados a week, and none of them had birth complications.
Wow.
And it's written in amongst Don Tolman's stuff. I will find the article and share it all over social media. Lots of people are asking. But I put all my mummies onto it. So just start eating avocado. It's great for after you've had the baby as well. Be mindful of all these diets and things that are on the internet that attack our foods. Think about why they're attacking it. You know, we're told don't eat grapefruit if you've got high blood pressure, or if you're on high blood pressure medication, on the inserts it actually says don't eat grapefruit, because grapefruit is a natural blood thinner. It's somebody juices grapefruit every day for a couple of months, they don't need their medications. There's people that have well, my husband actually has just mentioned to one of the guys at his work, he's been diabetic for most of his life. And he said, oh yeah, well, what am I supposed to do about my diabetes? You know, I've got to be on medication for the rest of my life. It says, eat sweet potato, mate. Looks like your pancreas, it'll balance out your sugars. And he said, sweet potato? How do I make that? He's diabetic, had never had sweet potato before. No wonder he had diabetes. So he started eating sweet potato every day. A month later, he came back and he said, my blood levels are like, I think it was, they'd always been hypo or something, and for the first time ever they weren't, like they'd balanced out. And every day for lunch Clint sees him with something sweet potato. So, you know, when people give it a go, and that's all you've got to do, just start giving some things a go, and you find out the results for yourself. Yeah, fruit is not too high in sugar. That's rubbish. Give your kids lots of fruit, guys. It's a thing that keeps them healthy. And I think kids probably aren't eating enough fruit now because we've all been conditioned with this sugar myth. Fruit is in abundance in nature because we're supposed to be eating it abundantly. So I guess for me, I look at, you know, always going back to the bigger picture, you know, what's nature showing us, what's nature providing for us, and you kind of instinctively know what you should and shouldn't be doing. And to me, I mean, no study can really prove something like that.
Yeah, wow, that was... you have some really interesting information stuck away in your brain.
I know. It comes out in weird ways too sometimes.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I was just thinking it might be a nice idea before we finish up to get you to explain a little bit more about what a doula is and what your... I guess just more about it, because like you said, a lot of people don't know what a doula is, and even myself, like I've heard of the word doula, but I'm not completely certain, you know, I'm not very clear on what exactly that job, you know, entails.
Yeah, yep, sure. Okay, so I guess the smallest definition of a doula would be it's a woman who mothers a mother, and you generally support a woman through her pregnancy, you attend her birth with her. And really what a doula offers a woman comes down to the doula. You know, who the doula is what she has to offer. And I always say to people, go and interview a couple of doulas, meet a couple of doulas and find who you click with, because that's the most important thing. You know, there are some doulas that will offer birth photography, some might offer massage, or some might be right into aromatherapy. But generally your doula is there to give you information. The doulas are... We're a different breed of women. I mean, we're so passionate about birth. Anything to do with birth, we're there. We're reading it. We've got the books. You know, we're talking. We're hearing stories. We understand the trauma that's going on. You know, we are all working together on an unconscious and conscious level. So they are able to give you, I guess, a lot of information that maybe you wouldn't have even questioned. You know, me personally as a doula, I'm very, I don't know, I guess woo-woo. I'm into the real spiritual side of things. I like the bigger picture. I'm right into energy, the mind-body connection, getting a woman to go inside because that's where her baby is. I feel a lot of pregnancy and parenting and birth choices now, it's all coming from the outside. We're hearing a good story and we're so set on wanting a positive story because we're so full of fear that maybe we'll choose things for ourselves that aren't actually what our body's guiding us to do. I mean, I'm not an advocate of hospitals and a lot of doulas aren't, but for some women I actually would be, because some of them just, I mean, being at home would just scare the absolute crap out of them. If they work in a hospital, it's like a second home to them. They're probably going to be really comfortable there and they're better off being where they're going to be comfortable, as long as they understand what birthing in a hospital means and what the difference is. What else can I say about a doula? We have postnatal doulas, so some women aren't so much into the birth, but they're definitely into the mums and babies and breastfeeding, and they can come around and bring you meals, and it's almost like a bit of a nanny who fully understands everything that's going on as a mother and hormonally, and somebody who can be there to support you, you know, through any backlash, isolation, if you've got no family around, maybe all your family are over in India or something like that. At least you've got another woman there to support you. Husbands are great and some of them are really in tune, but it's just not the same as having another woman there to talk to. So I think everybody should have a doula. I don't want to see government-funded doulas because that means we're going to have to be licensed. And at the moment, we're not licensed. They've been trying to push it for a while, but I chose to be a doula and not a midwife because I've got more freedom and I can share more information, and I'm not in that system. I'm out of the system, and I think that's where we need to be when we're making our birth choices.
Yep, thank you so much for that. And thank you for coming today to speak with me and sharing all that amazing information that you have. Did you want to say things to wrap up? Or?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and just keep tuned in for more in the future.